Hey guys, welcome back to my video. After a long time I am posting this video in my YouTube channel. So actually this video is going to be all about my mnemonics of remembering this fungi. When it comes to class 11 biological classification lesson, we would have this part called fungi, right? So in that lesson we would be having this, and this is like most of the students, they feel difficulty in this part. Okay, because remembering the 4 types of fungi, it's actually very difficult for all of us. Okay, but here I am going to present some easily remembering mnemonics which might help you for your 11th exam as well as even for your NEET exam also. Okay, so I hope that this video would be helpful. So let's just, without any further delay, let's just get into the video. If you see, phycomycetes, ascomycetes, basidiomycetes and deuteromycetes, these are the 4 types which are there in the kingdom fungi. Okay, if you see this Whittaker, R.H. Whittaker, he classified organisms into Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae and Animalia, right? In that specifically we are talking about kingdom fungi. Okay, in that kingdom fungi, we actually have the 4 types: phycomycetes, ascomycetes, basidiomycetes and deuteromycete. But the most confusing part is that they have individual and different characters. So when it comes to as a whole question paper, it would be very difficult for us, especially the objective type paper. In such cases, I am suggesting a very easy mnemonic technique to remember, which you can write on your rough work sheet during your objective exams or your actual any exam. You can just write it and you can refer to it, and then you will be able to know. Okay, now let's just get into the topic without any further delay. First, let's talk about phycomycete. Okay, A for aquatic. Okay, most of the organisms are generally aquatic. Okay, so they are found on aquatic habitats. D, they are found on decaying wood. Okay, in the moist places they will be actually found. And if you see A, they are aseptate. Okay, and they are cenocytic. Cenocytic means multinucleated. Okay, and if you see Z, stands for zoospores. Okay, so the asexual reproduction, it would take place by the zoospore and the aplanospore, and they are endogenously produced, which means inside the sporangium these spores are produced. Okay, E stands for endogenous and Ez stands for zygospores. Okay, so zygospores are formed by the fusion of 2 gametes. Okay, the gametes are generally similar in morphology. Okay, so that's all about adases. Okay, the mnemonic that I'm using is ADAEZEZ. Adases. Okay, if you remember adases, it would be easy. A for aquatic, D for decaying wood and moist places, A for aseptate and cenocytic, EZ for zoospores and aplanospores, E for endogenously produced and EZ for zygospore. If you come to the example part, remember RAM. Okay, RAM means rhizopus, albugo and mucor. RAM, rhizopus, albugo and mucor. Okay, so phycomycetes part is done. So that's all the information is given on the NCERT book. All the points are here. I will just read out the points once, whatever is given on NCERT. Members of phycomycetes are found in aquatic habitat and on decaying wood in moist and damp places. Okay, the mycelium is aseptate and cenocytic. Asexual reproduction takes place by the zoospores or by the aplanospore. The spores are endogenously produced in the sporangium. A zygospore is formed by the fusion of 2 gametes. The gametes are similar in morphology, okay, or dissimilar. Some common examples are mucor, rhizopus, which is the bread mold, and albugo, which is the parasitic fungi on mustard. That's it, guys. We have covered all the points here with just this 6-letter word, adases. Simple. Now let's come to ascomycetes. Okay. I hope you guys know this SS Hyderabad biryani, which is like very trendy here in South India. So if you see this, you remember it that way. S is Becca. Okay, Becca is actually a name. Okay, so S is Becca. Ascomycetes. S means sac fungi. S for saprophytic, decomposers and parasitic. B for branched and septate. Okay, so they are generally called as sac fungi. That's why I'm taking an yes here. Saprophytic and decomposers or parasites, another yes. Okay, and if you see the mycelium is actually branched and septate. So I've taken B here. and E means exogenous. In this case it is endogenous, here exogenous. So please remember that the letters are not having the same meaning. Okay, I've just changed it. And if you see C, conidia. Okay, conidia is actually the asexual spores which are produced. Alright. And finally A. So A stands for the sexual spores called as ascospores. Okay, S for sac fungi, S for saprophytes parasitic, B for branched and septate mycelium, E for exogenously they are produced, C for conidia, which is the the asexual spores, and A for ascospore, which is a sexual spore. Example is can, like water can, remember like that. Can means claviceps, aspergillus and neurospora. And if you want to take down one more point, this neurospora is extensively used for the biochemical and genetic works. Okay, if you want you can just note down this point, which is very very important. Neurospora is generally used for biochemical and genetic work. Biochemical and genetic work. Okay, alright. And if you see, you also have some edible part here. Okay, edible fungi also you have, called as morels and truffles. Okay, if you want you can remember it. And when it comes to basidiomycetes, I am not having any mnemonics for this because it is a very easy concept. So I will just explain it quickly for you. If you see this basidiomycetes, some common forms are like mushrooms, puffballs, okay, or bracket fungi. So all these we can put under basidiomycetes. Okay, they will grow on soil, on logs, tree stumps. Okay, in those kind of places they would be growing. And if you see this mycelium here, it is actually branched and septate, same as ascomycetes. They are branched and they are septate. And the asexual spores are not found. The asexual spores are not found. Okay, even the sexual reproduction will not take place exactly, but the DNA transfer would be there. Okay, and the vegetative reproduction is seen, especially this fragmentation. Okay, it is common. And if you see, this resultant structure would be a dikaryotic. So this dikaryotic will give rise to form basidium, and this basidium will form 4 basidiospores. Okay, so this basidia, if you see, it would be arranged on the basidiocarp. Basidiocarp is nothing but the fruiting bodies. Okay, example is Apu. So we generally say, like affectionately to small child, we would say Apu, come here, like that, right? Okay, so if you want you can remember it that way. Okay, Apu, okay, which means Agadicus, Puccinia and Astilago. Okay, now clear, right? So this is all about basidiomycetes. Okay, and if you see Deuteromycetes, ICSC, I hope everybody are familiar with this word, right? ICSC, okay. So if you see this ICSC, I stands for imperfect fungi, okay. They're known as imperfect fungi because the sexual status of this fungi is not known, okay. And if you see this conidia, why I have given conidia here is because asexual spores, they are the asexual spores known as conidia. And if you see the mycelium, it is septate and it is branched. Okay, and they help our environment in so many ways, like they help to decompose the litter, they help in mineral cycling. Okay, so that is why I have taken a E here. Okay, ICSC, I for imperfect fungi, C for the conidia, S for septate and branched, E because they help our environment. Okay, an example is ACT. I hope everybody are familiar with this too. ACT fiber net, right? That Atalac fiber net would be there, right? ACT means A, Alternia, C, Coleotrichum and T, Trichoderma. Let me take a quick revision guys for you. A is for, now I'll just not show you guys. Okay, A is for aquatic, D, decaying wood and moist places. Again, 1A is for aseptate and cenocytic, Z is for zoospores and aplanospores, E is there endogenously they are produced, and Z is zygospores, which is formed by fusion of 2 gametes. Come to ascomycetes, S is beca, S for sac fungi, S for saprophytic decomposers and parasites, B for branched and septate, E for exogenously produced, there only endogenous, here exogenous, and C for conidia and A for ascospores. Okay, and example if you see, can, okay, claviceps, aspergillus and neurospora. Here example is ram, Okay, Rhizopus, albigo and mucor. Now comes to basidiomycete. Common examples are mushroom, puffballs, like that. And if you see, they are grown on the soil, logs, then tree stumps, like that, and the mycelium is branched in septate. Asexual reproduction will not happen here. Okay, then the asexual spores are not here. Then the sexual reproduction will also not happen perfectly, but the DNA transfer is there, and fragmentation is there. Okay, vegetative propagation by fragmentation is seen. And if you see, the resultant structure is dikaryotic, which would give rise to basidium. The basidium, cardiogamy and meiosis will take place, which will produce 4 basidiospores. Okay, example is Apu, Agaricus, Puccinia and Astilago. Now Deuteromycete, ICSC. Okay, imperfect fungi. For I, C is conidia, S is septate and branched, E is environmental help. Okay, example Act, Alternia, Coleotrichum and Trichodum. Okay, that's it guys. So now you guys are thorough with the fungi part. If you just want to make a note of this, then pause the video right here and quickly note it down. It would be very helpful for you. Okay, so I hope this video was actually helpful for you guys. If you have any further queries or doubts or any points which you would like to add, okay, just put it on the comment section. And don't forget to please, don't forget to like this video, and please do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you. Bye bye.